You're stuck with me, and I brought along some other detectives. Let's go ahead and get this started right after this. Man, I love that intro. Wait a minute here. I got a logo that took up all of Marky Mark over there. What the hell?
I guess I'm not here today.
No, but I couldn't do the show without you, man. Again,
Oh,
Detective Garrett had a late shift today, so he will not be joining us, unfortunately. So you have me, the man from Central City, Jedi Joe, the talent himself, Rob, and of course the DC reviewer, Marky Mark. Gentlemen, welcome to the Dog Show. Most of you have been here before, anyway. You're regular detectives here on the Dog Show. Today is Batman Day. Uh, I'm going to start off by just saying this. I was a little disappointed. About 5 or 6 years ago, before the pandemic, I was very excited about Batman Day, especially with Barnes and Noble, because they always do events. Well, they're doing them in California. Here in our area, not so much, unfortunately.
Nope. They were
Um,
like, "What are you talking about?" When I went in there.
yeah, Pembroke.
No, Greenbrier.
Okay, see, now Greenbrier was supposed to be doing something. Now, they had a comic book that
They
was
they didn't know
free.
nothing about it.
They didn't know nothing about the comic book?
Nope. I went in there around 2:30 after I got off work because it's right
Man,
across
see, that
from me.
blows. Now, Lynn Haven, I called Lynn Haven. They're giving out a comic book, but they didn't do anything for it. They said it's free, no purchase necessary. Like I said, about 5 or 6 years ago, I would come home with posters, books, bookmarkers, a couple of comics, and then they had their Batman stuff on sale. So sadly, you know, it's not like that anymore. But I pre-gamed Batman Day yesterday. I started with the Son of Batman, Batman versus Robin, and Bad Blood. This morning, I had to watch Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 3 because I didn't get the chance to see it. And luckily, I know a guy that has everything just right there waiting for me. So I plugged it in. I got to see Kevin Conroy's iconic last lines, and the storyline was just epic, because there are no more. The DC doesn't have a multiverse anymore. They don't have a multiverse anymore. They have one timeline, and it started with this cartoon. So moving forward, there's just this starting it all off, and then whatever movies and then TV shows and whatever comes along with it, which is, for me, I am so tired of the multiverse crap. It's just gotten so, bogged down with everything. And then of course with Marvel we have the TSA and all this other stuff, and I'm just like I'm so over it, because it always bugged me that you would be on Earth 66 or Earth 12 or Earth, you know what I mean? Now, Earth 12 was my favorite Earth because it had Kevin Conroy. That was my thing. When I saw, I was like, oh, he's on Earth 12. Young Justice was on Earth 17 because at the beginning of the show it told you this is Earth 17. Um, but I watched Batman versus Superman, and then I was just watching the Flash movie because of Michael Keaton. Yes, yes. To see prime time Keaton, old man Keaton, and it just gave me a resurgence for the love of Batman, of course. But I want to know how you guys spent your day. So I'm going to obviously not start off with the guy who's wearing a Batman shirt, even though I know he's a Superman fan. I'm going to start off with you, Talon.
Oh, I really didn't do nothing today. I did it all yesterday since I was off, and I went around to all the stores looking at all the Batman toys. As a lot of people saw, I was posting a lot of pictures of them, and they got some really nice toys out there right now.
I saw your Lego thing of the Batmobile.
Yep.
Made me a little jealous. I have to admit, I was a little jealous. I was like, whoa, you know. Uh Let me go ahead and Jedi Joe, what are you doing for Batman Day?
Let's see here. Looks like I'm froze up a little bit here. Well, if you can hear me,
Yep.
I have, of course, Big L got me this shirt that has the Batman symbol on it, but yet it's got all the major on it.
Okay.
And so I'm wearing that right now. And then of we're we're watching Batman. And right before the show, I kind of wanted to see that, and it was like, so that's so far a day.
Marky Mark, what you got for me?
All right. So again, I started off watching Batman Hush because I really enjoyed that movie. I enjoyed the comic book. Then I watched Batman: The Long Halloween Part One. I was also watched The Batman, and I watched what The Dark Knight Rises earlier as well. And then I did go to the comic book store just to see if they were having anything. None of them really mentioned it. I went to the comic book store and I went to the Barnes and Noble in Hampton just to check it out, but they had nothing there. So pretty much that's pretty much all I've done today. Um, just the movies I had been watching all day.
And that's the sad thing. At AMC Theater, they re-released a few of the older Batman movies. Um, in anticipation to that, they also gave out this bat signal to celebrate Batman Day. Now, I believe you can still get it on the AMC site. I personally, when I found out about it, I was like, I'll be in the area. And this never happens to me where I'm in the area with money that day. You know what I mean? And I just went in, and there was this guy who had already bought up like 9 of them, and they were packing them away. And I was like, oh man. As a matter of fact, it also came with, I don't know if I can get it without knocking everything else over. It had a combo pack. So you got this cup, 1966, Batman and Robin, Tumbler, all the Batmobiles. All the Batmobiles. I love this cup, but it'll never be used for anything other than display purposes only. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's pretty tight. That
Well,
is real nice.
again, it's just one of those things where Jinky had an appointment near Lynn Haven, and she saw the expression on my face, and she was like, she said when I went in there, she was like, Lord, please let that thing be in there, because if it's not, he's going to be so pissy when he gets out. And I saw him, and like I said, I saw this guy getting his stuff boxed up, and I was like, oh, I can't. I missed out on Deadpool because they told me I got there Saturday. They told me Friday, 30 minutes after the doors opened, everything was already bought up. All the merch from Deadpool was already bought up. And being a Batman fan, not to get the bat signal kind of would have been like, a slap in the face. So, but I was able to get it. AMC theaters, they're doing Mask of the Phantasm. I forget which other one it was, but I know they did the Batman.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think you can get the AMC bucket still. uh, from them, and they're selling. It was like $35. They're selling them online for like 50, 80. And this is the thing that I hate about stuff like that when it happens. You got all these poachers out there, and I get it. People want to make a buck, but price gouging people for memorabilia really burns me up sometimes because come on, man. I mean, we're all supposed to be fans here. There's no need to double your price on something and then add shipping on top of it. But I believe it was like $35. Look at this, $89 on eBay, $64. They're basically doubling the price of it. And this guy, he's got a lot of them, and he wants 219. But
When everybody sells out, he's going to start
yeah,
selling those. You know.
yeah, but that's the thing. You know what I mean? If you're a fan and you want it, that's the bad part. When you're a fan and you want it, um, you know, it sucks because you want it, so you pay the price for it. So this is what a lot of there's a new thing that's out here now that they're doing, that they're giving away these bundle packs, and basically it's all the old DC movies. Well, the animated ones and Ultra 4K. Now you can get it digitally, 18 movies for a nice little low price. Now it's only in high definition. Okay, the 4K version will cost you, I think, more than double. I think it's like $59.99, but it's under $20. It's under $20 for the HD version on Fandango or what used to be Vudu. 18 animated movies. Uh, yes, I got it. And the bad thing is, I had most of them. There was like one or two I didn't have, and for the price of it, I'll have the double. You know what I mean? But I was also thinking about what we did the past weekend. Um, we've said it on a couple of shows, and I couldn't be more prouder of this because this was the first time that I pulled off a group cosplay, and it went really well. Um, where is it? As we go through this real quick. Come on, come on, come on. There's so many of them. But I guess it would be nice to find the picture with Rob in it, wouldn't it? So, over the last weekend, we all got together at Tidewater HorrorCon, and we were the Court of Owls. Rob as Talon. We were just Owl members. I was an enforcer. Owl members, Grand Owl and his lovely wife. And this was the first time that we all got together doing one single cosplay as a group. How did that? We seem to lost Jedi Joe again. Mark, how'd you feel being a court of owl?
I thought it was fantastic that we all got together to do it. It was amazing, being in the group like that. Um, got to take some pictures. I do have to say, like, that mask was hot. Don't know why, but you know, had to pull it up earlier. But yeah, that's my wife and I in our Talon outfits. So it was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I really want to do that cosplay again. Plus, I know we're going to try to do something new for next year, but I definitely want to try to do this someplace else as well because that was fun. Really enjoyed
Yeah, and I mean, for me,
it.
I love the way you guys pulled off your look. I love how you nonchalantly throw that leg out there, sir. You got that leg like you're getting ready to step. You get ready to step on out. Um, it was definitely a great experience. I thought that it was one of those things, and then of course we have me and Rob,
Absolutely.
and Rob, you want to tell us a little bit about how you got the talent together?
Um, it was a little bit of this and that. The gloves, I searched for a while to find the gloves. But the mask I just made out of yellow glasses and cut out plastic, painted them. Then I took and went over it with silver cardboard, and then I had the knives, and of course the fallen mask on the side.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty hot. I really did. I love the way you had your look. Mine, unfortunately, apparently the night before when I had everything washed and laid out, and I was like, yeah, Saturday I'll come in here. I said, let me give it a test run. And apparently I used too much chemicals because the shirt was really thin, felt thin. And apparently I'm not as small as I thought I was because that bad boy ripped. And then I couldn't find the blazer, the suit jacket that I was normally did because when I saw it, it happened to be my son's ROTC dress clothes. So I was wondering where the hell my blazer went. So he might have taken my blazer when he left. You know what I mean? So I didn't have anything. So I had to throw myself together with everything that I had just to keep up. But I think it still came out pretty good. It was all tactical gear, and of course I had the batarang. But it was definitely something that was fun. I think, like Mark, like you said, I think it's something that we need to try again. We definitely need to do that, not let that go to waste, because that was a brilliant and to be at a horror con and then have a few of these people go, "Uh oh, hello there." This young lady had a great question on our Star Wars show, and it blew us all away about Revan. So glad to see you. Welcome to the Dogs of Gotham, aka the Detectives of Gotham. Um, I thought that the cosplay was great. I thought I cannot wait to do it again. Mark, that mask was hot, but I got something that's even hotter, and I'm not even sure if I really want to
I
do
was
it.
wearing two balaclavas. I
Yeah,
was hot.
you a trooper because and you stuck in yours for a while.
Yeah, because yours was covering everything.
I've got a red hood that I'm dying to try.
No, that's
Uh, you know what I mean? I keep it sealed up. It's just a fit over, but this is a foam piece. I have the jacket. This one is weathered. I really want to do it, but the thing that scares me about doing it is if the Court of Owls mask was hot. This foam piece on my head,
Foam ones are extremely hot compared to plastic ones.
right?
yeah.
So,
You-
but I mean, this is my guy, man. This is my dude. You know, I really want to do it. I have the jacket. I've got the red hood, but at the same time, there's something that I've been learning about this cosplay stuff, and anything that you have to glue to your head or put on your face.
You won't believe what the hardest thing in my cosplay was.
What's
That
that?
little bill on the front.
oh, really?
Finding something that would fit as a bill for that and that you could paint gold that would stay gold. And then had to sew it to fabric on the
Oh yeah.
glasses.
Oh, wow.
I ended up having to find Easter eggs
Oh,
to
okay.
make it. And then I had to drill a little hole so I could put thread through it to hold it on.
But
But
I mean, that's the ingenious part of what you're doing, man. You adapted to it, um, and something that's not really Batman, but was definitely worth mentioning. Unfortunately, Rob had lost the little alien guy, but
He's
he
no
kept
longer
walking
with us.
around. He had the mechanism to make his chest pulse. So he was just standing there walking around, making his chest, like something was about to erupt from it. And I thought that was pretty cool. But okay, I digress. Let us talk about the Batman stuff. That I'm excited now for the DC universe. After because I am not a big fan of what's his name. Um, uh, God dang, what is the director for Superman?
Oh, Gunn.
Yes,
Peter
James Gunn. I'm
James
not a
Gunn.
big fan of James Gunn. I didn't like his Suicide Squad. I prefer the first Suicide Squad versus the second one.
Yeah.
There is a scene that I love from his movie though, and that's that scene with Harley after she kills that dude, and she starts rambling about why she did it. These are one of my signals, and when I see these flags, I just have to act. And as he's kissing her, I'm like, dude, run! Don't. I what I mean? I'm sitting here. I'm like, this. You're playing with fire. This is Harley Quinn. And
Yeah.
when he did that, he kind of redeemed the character for me because now of course everybody wants this. They want this hypersexual Harley Quinn, and they want her to be a lesbian and all this other stuff. And I'm like, you know, for me, Joker and Harley, Mad Love was the stuff. Um, my only thing was when he threw her out of the window. I said to myself, "Girl, you got to get a clue. That
Yeah.
that's kind of the deal breaker right there. He
But he
threw
was
you out
flirting.
of a window. I know. At the end of the episode, he gave her a little flower, Love J on it, and she's like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
But I
Crazy.
get it. You know what I mean? I get it. She's insane. She's so. But I don't like the Harley show that's on Max. I thought it was just too sophomoric and too crazy. Um, I just what I mean. Now, which is funny because I'll watch Kite Man, and when I mean watch Kite Man, I mean I'll turn it on and be on my laptop, so I don't really care.
Hype Man is it's sophomoric
It's
as well. I mean, I
yeah,
when you take it for what it is, then you can get through it. But it's not a great show. It's just a show. You know,
yeah.
it's pretty
It's
much
one
it.
of those. Yeah, it's just it's background. It's background noise, and
Yep.
every now and then I'll catch something like Bane will come in, and then poor Bane, he's like the whipping boy of both shows. They make him so stupid with this, I don't know, British Columbian accent. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, they mistreat him completely on that show.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
only good
I mean,
Bane was the Batman the animated series Bane.
oh my god. When I saw him come out, I was kind of like, this is way too early to bring him into the show. I'm a stickler for let's Killer Croc was the first guy who ever came super close to beating Batman. Then they bring Bane in, who breaks the bat.
Yeah.
The first time Batman, and everybody's like, no, Batman's lost a million. No, Batman hasn't. Batman has lost rounds in a fight, but he's never lost a fight.
No.
With Bane, he and the Predator,
Yeah, he lost.
he lost. The Predator had him in traction. You know what I mean? He's in the Batcave, all cast up in traction.
Yep.
Um, with Bane, Bane breaks the back, and then of course the two scientists with the psionics, they heal his back hole, and then he gives up the suit, and that's when I stopped collecting Batman comics because I said that's bullshit. Because Batman is all about the mission. He doesn't give up. This is not Batman. Um, I want to bring everybody's attention to this page right here. This is one of our other pages. Azrael, the Knight of Saint Dumas. This is Michael Lane. This is not Jean Paul Vallée. This is Michael Lane. Um, and I was sending this. I was sending out this little message to everybody. I sent this out to Beta 99. Do you bleed?
Yeah.
uh, I I love that scene in Batman versus Superman, but this is Azrael Order of Saint Dumas. It is a fan page. It's also connected to what we do here at the Cosmic Portal and on the Dogs of Gotham show. Um, Marky Mark's DC reviews go to this page, and then we kind of have our villains page. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that Azrael cosplay too. I
Okay.
was looking stuff up for that. I would love to do that next year sometime, but I don't know how that's going to work. But this is a page Big L started. Um, the Court of Owls. This is where we'll be, having most of our Court of Owls stuff, our cosplays. Again, as you guys can see, the Grand Owl, his wife, Abby, and then of course their bodyguard, the Talon. It's just a DC fan page. Of course, both of these are more Batman related than anything, but we allow all kinds of DC stuff on here. And that's the page that's the picture I really wanted to get of you, Rob. That one right there. I forgot that it was on the Court of Owls site, but there it is. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as we go into uh, our 30-minute mark, I know what some of you are here. You heard that there was a giveaway. And there is a giveaway. There is a giveaway. Um, there's a bundle pack of 18 movies. There's a hat, not particularly this one, but more like Marky Mark's hat. See, it's a hat with your color and a leather insignia or something on it, and a Funko Pop. Now, how are we going to decide who wins this? Well, it's easy. I want you to put I want to enter in the comments below. Everybody will have until what is today? Everybody will have until the 23rd to do so. Oh no, that's yeah. You'll have until Monday. Monday, the 23rd, 8 a.m. on the 23rd. If it ain't up there, I'm just gonna roll with whoever's name is up there, and they're gonna win the prize. Uh Every look, I don't discriminate. I let my admins, I let my friends, you know what I mean? Because you guys are helping support the show by watching the show. So put your name on the wheel, Marky Mark. You always seem to win.
I didn't win last time. I was very
No, and that
disappointed.
and that shocked me that you didn't win. Because your name came right up and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And then it just popped up, and then Commander Xena won,
Yeah, I
and
lost.
she won her Batman shirt, and then Rob gave her a two
They were two.
Batman
Yeah.
keychains to go with it. So again, guys, one of the three prizes that I mentioned, I'm going to take the names, I'm going to put them on the wheel. Monday morning, I'm going to roll it, and that will be the winner. And then by the end of the month, I'm going to send everything on out. If I don't do it on Monday itself, depending on what I got going on. Um, but I really appreciate Taco Cat, I know you want to enter, sir. I know you want to enter. I know. All you had to do is say, "Yeah, I want to enter in there," and you got it in there. So you guys are in there. You guys are in there. All you guys are in there. Um, our love for Batman has brought us to the point. I mean, this character has been around since 1939. Superman, the very first superhero, the iconic, well, the icon of icons, Superman, 1938. Um, these are the building blocks that help start DC, and then of course you turn around and then you get Marvel with their first heroes that started out. And this, I'm not trying to knock Marvel. I'm just saying Superman was the first superhero. Then we have a year, almost a year later. I think Batman came out in March. Superman came out in April. Almost a whole year later, here comes Batman, and he becomes this icon so much that they gave him his own star on the Walk of Fame on Hollywood Boulevard, right?
Yep.
Um, I think it's I think it's very iconic. Um, I couldn't believe it when I saw it. You know what I mean? I was just like, wow, they're finally going to do this. They're really going to. Godzilla has a star on the Walk of Fame. Godzilla and Batman is the number two superhero in the world. Superman is number three. You guys will never guess who's number one.
Well, I know who it is, so I'll just wait. If anybody else knows.
Nah? Any guesses? Spider Man.
Yeah. Surprising, right?
Yeah, very surprising after that movie. But I mean, I like my Toby. I love Toby. I love Toby Maguire as my Spider Man. Yeah, y'all can have whoever you want, Garfield and who the new guy is. But
I'm not gonna
I
lie. When I was
Tom Holland.
younger, Spider Man was my comic book that I had to have.
well, come
Yeah,
on, man.
I still
Spider Man and
enjoy.
his amazing friends. We were all Spider Man fans at one
Heck yeah.
point. You know, when
And
the movie
actually, he's
came
the
out.
only
Yeah, right.
the only one I superhero that I can say in Marvel is Spider Man. Everybody else, when you think about it, they're not superheroes. They just do what they do. Iron Man, he's trying to stop his own weapons. X Men fight for mutant rights, but they don't fight crime. Captain America is a soldier, so Spider Man is the only one who's actually fighting crime, and I think that's why I always had a thing for him.
Yeah, the X-Men are only fighting for their existence and their right to live. You're right.
Yep,
Fantastic Four, it's some type of experiment gone wrong or some
yep,
type of scientific thing that anomaly that they're messing around with. Yeah, you're
yep.
right. Yeah.
Only Spider Man
Spider
is the only superhero in Marvel at all.
Yeah.
And always trying to save Aunt May from the villains.
Yeah,
Well, it's one of those things that, it's like Bishop says, if I know who your family members are, I'm coming straight after your family. It just makes sense.
yeah,
Um, you know, and I hate to say this, like, Batman doesn't have really anybody but Alfred. You know
yeah.
what I mean? And that was another thing. I did like the writing that was coming out of some of these animated series. I watched Batman Year One, and Detective Essen, who's played by Katie Sackhoff, she goes, um, think about it, Jim. Somebody has to have wealth and influence to have all these gadgets and weapons, and Bruce Wayne fits that bill. Until they go to Bruce Wayne's house, and there he is,
Drunk.
flashing his junk at Mrs. Gordon. You know, and Jim Gordon's out there. Jim Gordon's he's out there banging Essen. And I'm just like, wow, they put a lot of real life drama, and the artwork was, oh my god, I loved it. Um, it's a sad era to see all that go. I want to see what's coming. What's coming next. Um, and then of course we have poor Dexter who's having issues. Of course, Dexter is an issue. So
Well, I think they have two movies planned for the animated universe. I know DC, what is it? Batman Ninja, which is versus the Yakuza. I'm very excited to see that one.
oh my god, when you posted that up, man, I was like, yes.
I'm super excited. And then I think there's a Wonder Woman or something. I think a Wonder Woman title that's coming out next year also.
Well, that was the thing about, if you haven't seen it, it's Crisis on Infinite Earth. It comes in three parts. Um, the first part for me was really kind of, I was kind of like, I'm not really feeling this, but I want to see where the story goes. It starts to pick up, and just when you're really hooked, the show ends on part two. And then part three brings it all together. And, then they explain to you how they're getting rid of the multiverse and creating one universe. That they're all going to be a part of this one universe. There's no more multiverse. And I was like, okay. And then to come to find out, Constantine, from a movie that didn't get much fanfare, was the cause of everything.
Yes.
And they keep bringing us back to that one point. I loved it, man. I really did. I thought that was, because we never found out why he was in that dimension being tortured.
Yeah, right.
He was there, and it was like, because of what you did. And I'm like, well, what the hell did he do? I mean, surely going back in time can't be that big of a. Yes, it was. It was not only that, but he did some other shady stuff. So,
Yeah, I
um,
thought, like I said, it was a good movie. The Crisis on Infinite Earths Part Three.
yeah,
Um, I I did the back to back for two and three, so the review on them. But I thoroughly enjoyed three over two. It was such a good movie to show exactly what happened, especially when you see what you, like you said, Constantine did, and how the Flash didn't portray who he was. He never, went back, but Constantine portrayed the Flash throughout that whole show, making him do things that he would have never done had it been his decision to
yeah,
do that. So that's what I loved about that.
yeah. You're right. I'm telling you, because Batman's like, Barry doesn't. He couldn't do that. He doesn't have it in it. And Constantine was like, he's already done it. I was like,
Yeah,
oh, but this this was amazing. I saw the artwork. I saw the it's anime, obviously, but Batman versus the Yakuza. I have the first one,
yeah, me too.
um, but I'm definitely wanting to see what this one's going to be about. You know what I mean? Um, I'm very excited about it, and to be honest with you, I want to see that new Wonder Woman, if there's a new Wonder Woman one coming out,
Yeah, and actually, I
because
just looked it up. It's going to be another Batman movie.
woo.
It's called Aztec Batman Clash of Empires.
Oh, they're doing a lot of
Goodness, it's a working title.
Yeah,
they're doing a lot of oh god, oh yeah, this is like an Elseworld thing. I remember this. I remember them talking about this.
yeah, that's just an Elseworld movie.
And did you know that the title The Batman is an Elseworlds movie?
Yeah, so is the
He's in it.
Joker
Yeah,
too. Yeah, because that's an
yeah.
Elseworld movie. And I don't think the Joker two is
So,
going to make that $1 billion that the first one made.
Oh
mm,
God.
man, I'm gonna say this right now, so no one can. So this is the next Batman. I'm going to say this right now so nobody can say that, oh, you're so unfair. You're just a DC lover. That Joker movie looks like trash.
I have to agree. You know,
I agree with that.
I'm I'm not
I'm
excited to see it.
sorry. I'm not. I am not. I saw it, then I heard about it. I started reading up on it and I'm like, I know they're not going to take this like, and they are. And I'm just like, musical.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward
I
to
I
that
no.
I love
Mm-mm.
musicals, but hell if I want to see a Joker musical.
at all.
I'm sorry. It's just not there. And I think the first movie they only did it for like 17 million or something like that.
hmm
And that's why it grossed over $1 billion. So
Yeah, it made a
um
billion dollars on a low budget like that. I know I went to the movies and saw it. I think 3 times.
oh
You
damn.
know,
Okay. I saw it. I looked over at my dad. And my dad was like, "Man, that's pretty tight, huh?" I'm like, "It is, but it's not the type of movie you want to go back and see again and 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 again." You know what I mean?
yeah.
I own it. I own it on DVD
So
or
do I.
Blu-ray. You know what I mean? But I don't watch it. You know what I mean? I have to really be in that kind of, I guess, that frame of mind where I'm in that, society is down. Let me kind of go down that road. But this second part, um, I love the whole idea of that Bruce Wayne's father was this dick that was fucking over everybody to get to where he was. I do like that idea of it.
Yeah.
We've heard that storyline so many times before. There's actual an audio book that said Thomas Wayne helped invent um, this gas that helped turn people psychotic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a Bishop gave it to me a long time ago. The car that he has, the 1966 Batmobile, is in there, and it would become. He took his father's first car. He took his father's car and turned it into his Batmobile, which was the 1966 Futura, Lincoln Continental, Lincoln concept car that he took and did. All this is in the audiobook, but again, the storylines change so much, just like in the Telltale games. I don't know if anybody's got those. They're called Telltale, and it's basically like a role playing game where you choose which the answers you choose develop the story, and you come to find out that the Waynes were corrupt. I
You
mean,
know, it would have been a good story if they had did one on if the Court of Owls have incorporated them into the.
oh, bro, he was in with Maroney and them, Bruce Wayne's father. He was in with Maroney and them, and he had to just like in the Batman, they did the same thing. They did that whole storyline where Bruce thought his father was this great man because throughout the years we every story we come up he was this great doctor and he did no wrong, but they targeted him because he wasn't going to play ball anymore, and so they offed him, and his wife, of course. And I just I thought it was great. But the series is called Telltale. There's two parts, two gaming parts. The game is pretty good. Um, although if you have to scan certain items into your bat scanner thing to like connect the dots, and that can be a little bit of a trial and error point of view. And then it could piss you off because you could spend damn near 30 minutes trying to get the right combination of what goes on to replay the crime scene so you can move to the next point.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So many, I mean, a lot of people like those type of games. It was Batman. I bought it. I bought part two. I finished it off. I created the Joker. I wasn't too happy at that moment, but I created the Joker, and he was mad that I didn't want to be his friend, so he wanted to kill me. And everybody connected to me. If Batman was a character in the Marvel universe, he'd be a phone ranger. He would be better. Yeah, he would be better than anything in that universe. Oh,
He would be their god.
yeah, right. Yeah, he would. I kind of love that though. The only guy that was in there who, you know what though, out of all the characters they do have in there, I would love to have the Question.
Yes.
But do it like in the comics. Lead it up to Black Adam.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where the Suicide Squad comes in and eliminates Black Adam's family, and then he takes down the Justice League. Now, granted, the big three weren't there, but he took down everybody else, and I love that part about it. But that's really kind of it, man. I mean, these two Batman movies and their Elseworld movies. I kind of, I kind of don't. I mean, the Aztec Batman and stuff. I kind of think that they're kind of going for that diversity of whatever else. But
Yeah.
it is actually based off of this. And this was really something that kind of that got my attention. This ancient Mayan sculpture.
Oh wow. Okay.
Look at that.
It does look like Batman.
Come on now. Come on now. This was found. This is not something that somebody made up. This was actually found. So somewhere along the lines, somebody was doing a Batman thing a long time ago.
Wow.
So I can see where they would want to do the whole Aztec Batman thing. Um, it's just one of those things, though. I believe the Penguin came out. You're gonna do a review on that, right?
Try to do it tomorrow.
Okay. So we're not going to talk about that. We're going to let Marky Mark share his thoughts with you on the Penguin. Oh my God. I mean, out of the last couple of shows I've watched, and I'm going to say this here and now so nobody thinks I'm a Marvel hater. I saw Agatha.
Yep.
All
It
along.
was okay. I didn't find anything wrong with it.
No, it was the show. You
It
know.
was just a
A
show.
little too
It was.
blurry on a couple scenes, though.
Oh, I know what scene you're talking about, sir.
They should have gave you the whole thing right there, right?
If you're gonna show it, you might as well show it.
this
Yeah.
is this is Disney, sir. We
I mean, you.
Disney has been in porn since the
Sir,
70s.
sir, sir, I don't want to get canceled, sir. All I can
Wow.
say is, from my point of view, I didn't. It has a 79-79 ratio on Rotten Tomatoes, if that means anything to anyone. I watched the show. My wife watched the show. We found it okay. Nothing to like write home about, but it wasn't a bad show either. It is definitely something that I will continue to watch until they give me a reason not to. I encourage everyone to make up their own mind. Go watch The Penguin. That's the better show anyway. But Agatha, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't find
I
anything.
did like that they played onto the Easter eggs that they left about the neighbor,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
and that she turned out to be a witch too.
Man, and look, you know what was bad? I have the subscription to Disney where commercials come in. They had a margarita commercial.
Oh, geez.
The lady who's doing the margarita commercial is the witch inside Agatha.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm sitting there going, "Man, that's the same woman." And then the commercial came on again, and she was like, "Oh yeah." It's like, wow, you know what I mean? But I love the way they had her makeup. I love those eyes. I love those dark eyes. The way they had all that stuff. So, um, as a male, I approved those witches. Even the little bald headed chick, I was kind of like, okay, not
I
into
did like
all
the way
the.
they appeared in the street
Oh my god,
as the
yeah.
wolf did in the shadows.
Yes.
Mm.
That was straight out of the books.
Okay.
I'm not a comic book guy on Marvel stuff like that on the lesser characters, and then of course, I was so pissed off that they changed Venom's origin story so completely that I was just like, ugh, I hate this whole thing. You know, when they reboot everything from the original, you know, and then of course when you try to tell a fan, no, it didn't happen that way. I'm like, yeah, it happened in Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Spider-Man brought the suit back from Secret Wars.
I love the
What?
whole reason that Venom is so messed up is because Deadpool got him first.
Hmm.
Yeah, see, that's the retconning stuff that I'm talking about. I don't. I'm not.
Not a
Look,
fan of that at all.
no, I'm
That was
not.
a retcon. That was in the original story.
I
He's
don't
the one that
remember.
told Peter where the suit was when Spider-Man's suit was messed up because he went and put it on first.
I don't remember that.
Neither
It's
do
in there.
I.
No, because he brings the suit back, and then he goes to Reed Richards, and that's when he finds out it's alive. And then he goes to the bell tower, and the bells start ringing, and the suit gets off of him, and that's why they hate him. And then they find Brock, and that's why he's so hulking big and everything else. And I was wondering why he is not, you know, because that don't get me wrong, old boy that plays him, who played Bane, can bulk up, but he didn't. You know what I mean? I wanted that. Give me that. Don't just make him like that. That seemed kind of silly to me. You know what I mean? Why wouldn't he just take the form of the person?
Oh, instead of bulking up like he does in
Yeah,
the
instead of
movie.
bulking up
Yeah.
like he did. But you know,
Well, Carnage. Think about that too, where Woody Harrelson, and then you see Carnage, huge bulk up compared to that.
you know, I loved Carnage. I have a friend of mine that when I worked at Blockbuster Games, we had a 3D panel, 6 panel piece of Carnage that lights up on a light board, and I believe he's got it now. But Carnage was always his favorite thing. He didn't, you know, that cycle thing, and then there was that thing where Carnage took the Joker. Can you imagine that?
That is
Carnage and the
amazing.
Joker. Gee, nah,
Yeah, that would
man,
be awesome.
man, nah, I'm you gotta kill him. You can't
Oh
let the
hell yeah,
you gotta kill him.
hell
You
yeah.
know. We also had that discussion: should Batman kill? And you know what? After watching B versus S, Ben Affleck was going through people, dude. His first go around when he's going after that rock, he kills about 14, 15 people.
Amazing scene, right? With the car,
Ugh.
he drags the car behind him and then lets it go and flips into the other people. And then the best scene of that whole movie is when he flies up to where they're keeping Martha's Kent at.
Bounces
He
off the thing.
kills everybody outside. Everybody. He kills every single person that's outside, and then he tells Alfred, "You got to fly the jet." And he's like, "Everybody's waiting for you on the 13th, on the third floor. I'll put you off on the second."
And he jumps off the thing and goes in there
Yeah.
and just, oh my God, man.
Then he handles business, and that is the best scene of that whole movie. You know,
I'm telling you, you
he
know,
got stabbed in the shoulder with the
yes,
knife
and kept going.
and kept going.
You know, I somebody said that they're talking about maybe that like Netflix or somebody else might get the Snyderverse and reboot it.
Yeah, that's what the rumor is. So I don't know if it's true or not, but
Yeah,
it's out there.
he said he would love to finish it. I would love to see it.
I would. It's
I
going to make money,
big money.
huge
Big,
money.
the toys alone would make big money.
I mean, think about when they released the Snyder Cut on Max. Everybody bought Max.
Yep.
I got up early to watch it before I went to work, so I had to watch it. I think 5 o'clock in the morning or 6 when it came out. I watched it before I went to work because I had to be to work at 9. So I'm sitting there watching it for the 4 hours or whatever. And then, of course, I bought the 4K version of that movie, and I own the other one,
Yeah,
so I still had to buy that version.
bro. I love it. I mean, that whole era of it, and we were fighting for it. We were the we were the minority, and we were fighting for it, and everybody was shitting on us, just like everybody was shitting on the Acolyte fans. And
Yeah,
like I tell them, I'm like, dude, I've been where you are. You know what I mean? From my football team to the DC universe, I've been where you are, but I never complained like you guys did like that.
Yeah,
You know, I stuck to my guns and I stuck to the facts. You know what I mean? And the facts were people just weren't watching the Acolyte. You know, it may hurt. I'm not even going to touch everything else that was wrong with it, but the bottom line was nobody was watching it. Nobody's buying their merchandise, and that's the way it is. With the Snyder cut, they said it was never going to be released, and they released it. And then, of course, you get the people saying, "Oh, DC's executives are mad at them." Guess what? I don't think so. Everybody wants to make money, and now that DC is bought over by Discovery, all those people are gone, and
fire.
Warner Brothers needs money,
Yep.
just like Disney. So you try to start selling off stuff that don't work. But I'm excited about James Gunn's new universe. I'm excited about Superman. I have some stuff in the works for that. We're going to make a big announcement. Actually, Marky Mark will be making that big announcement since he's our resident Man of Steel fan. As soon as I lock things down with the person that I need to talk to. But I want to thank everybody for joining us. Monday, 8 o'clock, the giveaway will end. If you want to be a part of this giveaway, you must say I want to enter, or I'm entering. So I know who you are. I'm going to put yourself on the wheel, and then I'm going to spin the wheel. So I want to thank everybody for showing up. I want to thank my guest, Jedi Joe, who is having some internet problems. I want to thank my partner, Big L, who's obviously tied up with some other work. But of course, the DC reader who's always with me. And this is the Dogs of Gotham, and we are going to be out.